Hello and welcome to Horizon Overland. Today I'm going to show you my latest build that I just completed for a client, which is a level 3 square body Suburban. Now, if you followed me on this channel so far, you would know that my favorite Suburban is the 7th generation Suburban, otherwise known as the Square Body Suburban, and you can see mine right there in the background. It's my personal vehicle. I've done multiple videos on it, so feel free to go through the library and check out those videos. But for the purpose of today's video, I'm going to show you a really cool 86 Suburban square body that's been heavily modified for off-road use, and the client has requested a level 3 build in it with a few modifications to tailor to their personal needs. Not only would it be an amazing off-roader, but also a great sustainable wild camper as well. So without further ado, let's get started on that tour. All right, folks, so here it is. This is a 1986 Suburban square body that's been very heavily modified, as you can see. Now, mind you, this isn't everybody's taste, but it's still a very, very cool rig, and I thought it'd be a good idea to show you some of the exterior modifications that were done on it. Some of those modifications I'd actually like to get done myself on my own square body, but this one already has most of the things that I would like to have. So the client has obviously upgraded this Suburban to be a off-roader, but also I had to work with the rear area to create a level 3 bed platform with storage and solar in order for him to be able to not only take it off-road, but be able to take it wild camping in some really cool remote areas. Areas that something like this would be able to get to. Let's get started on the tour. This is like I said, it's an 86 Suburban. It's a 3/4 ton, so it's got the heavy duty rear end, 14 bolt locking rear differential. And you can see we have the front lockers as well, front axle with lockers. The bumper is not stock. We have a really heavy duty steel bumper with a built-in winch inside and an amber LED light bar. The LED lights continue on to the headlights as well. These are not regular headlights. These are actually LED headlights. This is still a project for my client, so the grille isn't perfect, but it's a work in progress, as you can see. Paint is definitely not stock. It looks like a black matte finish. And then here we see the lift. It's a 6-inch lift. These are 35-inch mud tires, and then on 16-inch wheels as well. So plenty of ground clearance. As a matter of fact, I believe this had bigger tires on it at some point, which explains why the fenders were trimmed. Moving right along, we see a really long custom-made roof basket. It has been custom-made for this particular Suburban. Very long light bar in the front and some side LED lights on the sides as well. I thought this was cool. This is a little step. Actually, it folds in, and then when you want to use it, it's very durable. You can put your foot there and then be able to climb up and access the content of the roof basket. Up there, you could see the solar panels that were installed. Two 100-watt Red and G solar panels for sustainable electricity when you're camping. Back here, we see even more LED lights, a big LED light bar, as well as the tail lights are actually converted to LED. And then on that steel non-factory rear bumper, we have LED lights as well. And you can see this bumper is really cool. This is something also I'd like to have on my Suburban. This, I believe, you could put some jerry cans. You have your fire extinguisher, and here you have your spare tire. And then these guys open just like the barn doors in the back. They open outwards. Moving right along, you can see also the fenders have been trimmed on the rear as well for the exit angle and the entry angle in the front and the back. But yeah, I mean, this thing looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of like a Mad Max or like the Punisher type vehicle. Definitely one of a kind, especially with gas prices nowadays. You don't see these around very often. But it's cool that, you know, this client has chosen to keep this thing running, and not only that, he also wanted to be able to camp in it. And right now what I'd like to do is show you the build. that I've done. All right, so continuing the tour of this rig, but moving on to the inside, we're going to skip the front and just go straight to the back. Here you see the second row seating is still in place. It's folded down at the moment, making this a 5-passenger SUV as well as a 2-person camper. This build is a level 3 and it's completely removable, and you can already see some of the changes that were done on this one per client request versus a regular level 3. Normally my level 3 sides, they look like this. They have open shelving on top and a cubby on the bottom. But on this particular build, the customer requested an open area for a closet space to be able to hang his clothing. So we have incorporated a little closet area on that side with open space for clothing storage. And the second thing the client requested was the creation of this lockbox. And here you see this lockbox right there. There's a keyhole to be able to open it up and access the content. Usually I have big cubbies on this side and then drawers on the back side, but you know, you could see this one looks different. We have the lockbox, a small cubby, and a small drawer on soft closing slides. Moving right along, here we see the outlets, the 12-volt outlets, USB. This is the inverter remote switch to turn on the AC outlet. I just turned it off, turn it back on. And then this is a battery reader showing you the percentage of the battery as well as the voltage. This vehicle does come with the isolator option, so both batteries are currently connected because the voltage is over 12.8 volts. And both batteries are reading 95% at 13 volts. One thing to note is that when the platform is currently folded like this with the mattress in the back, you have all this open space for storage as well as on top of the seats, but the seats could be up and this could be an area to store some items. But you can also put the seats down, unfold the extension, take out the mattress, and then you'll have a lot of space to store some stuff. So you could still use this rig not only to transport people but to transport lots and lots of items because of how spacious everything is on the inside. Okay, what I'd like to do now is unfold the platform and lay out the mattress so you could see what that looks like. Okay, so we went ahead and unfolded the mattress, and here you could see plenty of space to move around. 2 people can comfortably sleep on this folding mattress. And then I just wanted to show you there's some cubby space here to store some items, and then up here you have just an open shelving area, ideal for like maybe a backpack or like sleeping bags or pillows. You can store a lot of stuff on this side. And then this is your closet again. So what I'd like to do now is go open the back and show you the rear of the build. Okay, so I went ahead and opened the barn doors to show you the rear side of the build. We'll start on this side. Right behind the closet, open closet space, we have an open cubby area for storage, as well as storage of the 5-pound refillable propane tank. And through this little panel, we have the cutout for the propane hose. And the reason why it's on this side is because when you open this drawer, this long drawer, locking in 2 positions, right now it's locked on heavy duty ball bearing slides. When you open this drawer, the propane stove sits right here on this built-in topper, and the propane hose would connect on this side, making it easy to use the stove on this side. I don't have the stove right now. It usually stores right in here, but I don't have it. But you can kind of get a visual of where it sits. Right behind the storage for the stove, we have an open storage and within the drawer to be able to store more items, because now we have more height to work with. On the left side, we have a very long cubby space for storage of large items. The client did not want a second drawer, but they did want a large open cubby area for storage. Usually on my level 3s, I have a sink incorporated either on top of the platform or within one of the drawers, but the client did not want the sink option. just another example of how you can custom your level 3 or level 2 or level 1 to tailor to your needs. Moving right along, we see a 42 quart fridge, which is a 12 volt fridge, and it plugs into this outlet right here. Right beneath that outlet, we have the 20 amp Renogy solar controller that is connected to the 200 watt solar panels that are actually on top of the roof basket. You can't really see them, but they're right up there. And then right behind this panel where the solar controller is, we have the battery compartment. And let me go ahead and show you that. And right behind the fridge, we have the battery compartment. You open it up and you see the 1100 watt inverter that powers the AC outlet. Got a 100 amp hour battery, and then all the connections. There's a fuse box right here, and that's your battery compartment. So that concludes the tour of this really cool Mad Max Edition 86 Square Body Suburban with the custom level 3 build. I want to thank you for watching this video. Until next time, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.